by the looks of my watch, it's officially grave time. Hey everybody, 2025 is coming to an end, and I feel bad I haven't gotten a chance to make this video yet. So this is the last road trip that I took, which happened to be on Saturday, August 23rd, the weekend before Labor Day weekend. I wanted to see how far down southward on Highway 49, aka the gateway to the Mother Lode, I could go. Now, I've been as far as Sonora, but I've never gone any further than that. And this time my challenge was to go as far as Chinese Camp. And I'm glad I did, because 11 days after I visited there and documented all the historical stuff, a thunderstorm came through, caught the town on fire, and everything is basically gone. So this is my historical preservation video of Chinese Camp from that very day, and I will show you before and after pictures the best I can. My first stop along the way is here at Clements Ridge, located in Clements, California. This is where Highway 88 connects to Highway 12, and from Highway 12 you take Highway 49 to get onto the Mother Lode. Here at this mom and pop location, I typically stop here to take a potty break and also see if they have any home-baked chocolate chip cookies. So I'll show you what I got here. I got a carrot cake loaf for my dad, because that's his favorite, is carrot cake. And I got these like marshmallow cookies, I guess. I love coming here and getting their peanut butter cookies and chocolate chip cookies. However, they didn't have any this time. Quite bummed about that, but perhaps next time. And yeah, come on out here to Clements Ridge in Clements, California, right at the intersection of Highway 88 and Highway 12. Okay, this is Highway 12, and I'm heading towards this way, which is going to lead me to Highway 49. And I wanted to pull off the side of the road because there's a cemetery to the right of me. It is the Pioneer Cemetery, and it is a historical landmark. And you take the staircase here, you go up, you enter the gate, and then you have to walk along this little pathway, and then you got to climb up this steep, this really steep hill. Occasional cars going by, I don't want them to interrupt me. Yeah, okay. Anytime now, I'll be quiet again. There we go. So, a few years ago, I came here with my walking stick, which I use for stability, especially when the terrain is a little rough or uneven. And since I'm tall, fat, and clumsy, I got probably as far as, I think that post right there. And I was like, nope, this isn't going to happen. I mean, it wasn't dry like this. I wouldn't do it now because it's rattlesnake season and I don't want to get bit. And I got shorts on, as you can see, I got shorts on. Anyway. And plus, you know, the high grass, there's probably ticks. Yeah, so anywho, but I came here, it was just like, it was still kind of like a cross between almost spring. So that last portion of winter going into spring a few years ago, and it was high grass, but it was green. And like I said, I tried to go, and I was just like, I kept saying to myself, this is crazy, I'm gonna slide, I'm gonna fall. The ground was still kind of like muddy a little bit. You could just imagine me slipping and sliding down a freaking muddy hill. Would not have been fun.
And if there's no phone reception out here, you're kind of stuck. You're stuck to rot. So, and I didn't want to be another, I didn't want to be another resident of this cemetery. So, anywho, the Pioneer Cemetery, for those of you who are got good footing, got good knees, got good back, got good balance, basically everything I don't have. This is a cemetery to explore. So make it happen.
Once I was on Highway 49, I got off in the town of San Andreas. There I wanted to check out the souvenir shop at the Calaveras County Museum. There I got in a really great conversation with the historical curator by the name of Chris. He's a native of Australia, and he adores America and loves the history of the area, and him and his wife are involved in the museum, and it was great having a good heart-to-heart talk with them about the local history. We talked about a lot of different things. We talked about music, we talked about Bigfoot, and we even talked about UFOs. And let me just tell you, he's my kind of guy. It's very rare I get to talk to people about those kind of conversations in a historical setting. So if you're ever in the area, you see Chris, tall guy, slick back hair, tattoos, he's the guy to talk to.
Alright, got a couple souvenirs here. Got this t-shirt here for my nephew Ryu. His birthday's coming up here, and he likes trains. Hopefully maybe someday we can bring him here and he can actually take a ride on an old locomotive. And I got this cool sticker, which was going to go on my car. All right, I'm in Montezuma, California, and I stopped here to check out a historical plaque. And something else caught my eye with this historical plaque was this animal jawbone and some of its remnants. There's a bone here. There's no cows over here, so I don't know what creature this could be that's, you know, leftovers of. But this is definitely the kind of country setting for Dogman and Wendigo. And if you're not into cryptids like me, then never mind. But this is the furthest south I've been on California 49. And I'm heading to Chinese camp, which is that way. I just came from Jamestown, which was that way. That's where the rail town is located, where they filmed Back to the Future 3. And that's all you need to know. That's probably all you care. Nearly had my heart jump out of my chest. There was a bird hiding in that bush there, just jumped out. I mean, it is desolate out here. It is dead quiet. It's very eerie. See, there's that bird. It's like it's trying to fly. Poor thing. I think it hurt itself or something. I'm sorry, bird. I didn't mean to scare you. It doesn't know English. It's all right. Anyway, it is desolate out here. It's quiet. Every 2 to 3 minutes, a car drives by. Looks like someone's been out here. The railroad people have been out here, you know, working on some stuff, taking out some of the old wood, replacing it with new wood, new beams and whatnot. And it looks like they dig out the old stuff and then they slide in the new beams and then level it and then put in the spike. But yeah, it's dead quiet out here. It's eerily creepy. Yeah. It's really creepy. But why am I out here alone if it's creepy? That's what I do. You know, when you're single, when you're a loner, sometimes you do some crazy things. This is one of them.
Well, greetings and salutations from Chinese Camp, California, located off of Highway 49, the gateway to the Mother Lode, also known as the Golden Chain Highway, here in Tuolumne County. And as you can see, the ground is very dry, is very much a tinderbox. Here is the Chinese Camp store and tavern, which I'm about to go inside and explore. The following information that I'd like to share with you comes out of the Sacramento Union newspaper on Saturday, April 1st, 1972, page 51, and it is the history of Chinese Camp. There are no Chinese living today in Chinese Camp, the little Mother Lode community on Highway 49 near Sonora. It is the only town in California founded by Chinese immigrants. Here, somewhere around 1849, they began mining for gold, and the settlement was promptly dubbed Chinese Diggins. At one time, as many as 5,000 Chinese are said to have lived in the area, but the last one left at least 50 years ago. Like their European and American brothers, the Chinese came to the Mother Lode to get rich quick. Stores and other businesses developed to serve their needs. 3 joss houses, similar to, no doubt, to the one in Weaverville and Orville, were built in the community. Fire and time have destroyed all but the foundations of a few of these buildings. However, except for broken bits of pottery and coins that our residents still dig up in their gardens, what is left of Chinese camp is purely Occidental, although its history is more colorful than those of most Mother Lode towns. Chinese camp is still refreshingly unspoiled by the touchless of Hollywood-inspired frontier authentically. There is no Gold Nugget restaurant, no Hangman's Bar, no 49er motel. Except for the gas station there, no business in this residential community. Jamestown and Sonora are close enough to serve the needs of Chinese camp's residents and visitors. Small and uncluttered, Chinese camp is an ideal town for a walking tour. State Historical Monument 423, right on the highway, is a good starting point. It presents one of the 4 versions concerning the town's founding and misinformation. The state's first Tong War was fought near here. There really was a Tong War nearby in 1856. 4 men died and 4 others were wounded, but it was mild compared to Weaverville's Tong War in 1854, in which 26 died and 60 were wounded.
Okay, so I went inside the little Chinese camp store and tavern. Very, very small. And there's a cemetery up the street with an old church, so basically a graveyard. And I got another sticker here. Chinese camp. It's a little tiny, one of those like cheap vinyl stickers. But I'm going to put it on my card because that's what I do. Got this one today and got this one as well when I was in San Andreas. And I'm going to add to the collection. The only thing I don't like are these really cheap stickers that you find on Etsy. Like this one here, the Lincoln Highway one. It smears. It's like a really cheap ink. Live and learn, what can I say? And now it's official. The sticker is officially on my truck. Proves I've been here. Good times.
I saw this historical plaque and I had to pull over to take a picture of it and film it for this video. Mark Twain, Bret Harte Trail, Chinese Camp. Reportedly founded about 1849 by a group of Englishmen who employed Chinese as miners. Much surfaced gold found on hills and flats. Headquarters for stage lines in early 1850s and for several California Chinese mining companies. First Chinese Tong War in state fought near here between Sam Yap and Yan Wu Tongs. Presented stone and brick post office built in 1854. Still standing, St. Francis Xavier Catholic Church built in 1855. Restored in 1949. First pastor, Father Henry Arlick. Historical landmark number 423. Tablet placed by the California Centennials Commission. Base provided by Tuolumne County Council number 2165, Knights of Columbus, dedicated June 19th, 1949.
And the all-electric Chevy Equinox with an EPA estimated electric range of 319 miles with front-wheel drive covers a lot of ground in the field. Plus, with its athletic design, exhilarating.
He throws, what did you say, like 6 different pitches? 2 balls and a strike, and the pitch. That is at the knees. Boy, called strike 2. That's a fastball at 92. Hank Greenwald, years ago. Oh, the voice of the Giants, always one of my favorites. A guy came into a game from the bullpen with an earned run average of 7.89. Here's the pitch now. Top foul right back to our left and out of play. So Hank talked about that earned run average. He's got all the pitches. The home run pitch, the wild pitch, the hit by pitch.
And we want to show you this map you see on your screen of what CAL FIRE is calling the TCU September Lightning Complex fire. While we're tracking 4 of the largest tonight, CAL FIRE says more than 19 different fires were sparked from today's lightning storms. Altogether, they have now burned more than 9,000 acres. From Tuolumne County to Sacramento County, as we speak, many fires continue to burn as the fire danger remains high tonight. As we continue to track.
Hi there, Laura, and devastation is all over this historic town, and we're right next to Highway 120, and this is Main Street that goes into town, and this is one of the historic buildings that has been burned. The walls are the only things that are standing. Flames continue to burn inside, and as we pan to the right, you see fire engines down there. There's more destructions, a lot more homes down there that have been damaged, and Chinese Camp is a landmark of California's gold rush era, and once bustling with thousands of miners, tonight it's a scene of loss and heartbreak.
And Brandy, heartbreaking. That's the word that comes to mind for me here in Chinese Camp. At Main Street, this one of the historic buildings, one of the first you see when you get to the Chinese Camp marker. And then as we pan to the right, looking down Main Street, also heartbreaking that the Chinese Camp post office dating back to 1854, and just all down the road, devastation continues. In fact, we were here for Explore Outdoors not too long ago, focusing on Chinese Camp, and take a look. This was then the historic buildings intact, more than 150 years old, and now those buildings gone. Let's come back out here live. Again, that is the historic post office dating back to 1854. And real quick, Paul, if we can spin it all the way around, just as we continue to give you these different perspectives around the town of Chinese Camp. I know I got the sun right behind me, so I'm going to get out of the picture here and let you just see the landscape where some of the smoke still rising this morning, just across Highway 120 from where that historic Chinese Camp historical marker is. Not a single building still standing. So no official count yet on the number of homes destroyed, but clearly dozens upon dozens this morning as we continue to make our way throughout Chinese Camp. But the most historic part of Chinese Camp, dating back to 1854, all but gone except for that brick exterior. Live in Chinese Camp, Tuolumne County, Mike Tsell, KCRA 3 News.